Whew. So we are at the airport. The boarding area, and you guys always ask me like, Sinja, how do you manage? How can you travel with a child? And nowadays I have so many people reaching out to me to just ask for advice on what is the best while traveling with a child or with multiple children in Kenya or generally in Africa. So I thought of shooting this video today to help you guys so that you can plan your family trip and you can make it to travel even when you have kids. Excited? Then follow me on my journey of making the impossible possible, traveling full-time as a single mom with my baby through Kenya and becoming a travel influencer who supports over 1 million travelers in planning their trip to Kenya. Hit the subscribe button if you want to support this mission. So guys, we made it. So we are here now at the airport in Frankfurt, and oh my god, being alone with him and all this luggage. I am already exhausted and our travel has not even really started. Well, okay, this is not 100% true. We have been up at 2:30 in the morning so that we were able to catch our train, which took us 3 hours from our station to the airport. So yeah, traveling with a child is something, but if you really want to do it, you can do it. I mean, I'm alone, he's still a baby. Yesterday he turned 1 year old. So you just have to believe in yourself and think like, oh, you really have to want it. If it's like because you have to, you must it, you will hate it. But if it's like me, like this is my life, it's my profession, it's my everything, you will love it and you will find a way to enjoy it, even if it's super stressful, exhausting. I'm sweating like hell. He's luckily he's super quiet, calm, but yeah, exhausted, less sleep, and yeah, it's like a kind of exercise. So let's get rolling, guys. It's not that easy to vlog with a baby at the airport. That's why I think I'm sharing all the tips, what you need to know when you want to travel. Maybe later, but maybe I can give you one short one. So the most important one is when it comes about safaris, because everyone wants to do a safari when you go to Africa, obviously. And I always recommend you have to choose a private safari, because that means that you are private, you have your own driver, your own car, and you can always, look at this boy. You can always regulate your safaris, your timings. You can have breaks whenever you want to. You can stop the driver anytime. Yeah, I think when you travel with a child, and also your luggage, because you might have way more luggage than expected, is one of the most important things, that you have your flexibility to even say, no, my baby is still sleeping, let's have a break, or we are not going on safari right now, let's go later in the afternoon. Or you go home earlier because you realize that going on safari maybe isn't the best for your child, or it's just too hungry or screaming or whatever can happen, and immediately the driver can adjust and stop the safari, take you back to your hotel. And I think taking that luxury of taking your own private safari is the most important thing when it comes to planning your safari in Africa with a child. So guys, now welcome back, this time in Kenya. It got too noisy at the airport, so I couldn't really talk. So I'm currently at Kiandutu slum. We will go inside later, but it's not really safe to film there. And for the guys who don't know that I'm running, or I have co-founded an organization back 2014. So we take care of 22 kids. And Zahi is celebrating his first birthday here today with the kids again. So planning with your child, what has really changed for me while traveling with my baby was that now I can't like jump from one destination to the other and be that flexible as I used to be previous times. So what I do nowadays, okay, I have the time, I can travel for weeks to one place, take a hotel or an Airbnb, stay there and then explore. Just take more times for breaks. But if you have only like a few days in Kenya, so I would at least advise you to stay for like 3 nights or 4 nights at one destination, so that your child also has the chance to rest and arrive and not you just travel and move around all the time. Yeah. Then another thing when it comes for planning your trip is you have to think about which parks you really want to see. For example, Masai Mara is very far. Traveling to Masai Mara takes you 6 hours by road, not unless you want to fly. But then is the question, do you really want to fly with a small airplane with a baby? I mean, I do it all the time, but mine is used to it. So yeah, maybe you can choose different parks. For example, you can go to Tsavo from Mombasa, which is only like 3-4 hours, or Amboseli. So you guys, most of you know I'm a travel consultant as well, and if you need any help in like, okay, Sinja, I'm planning, I'm traveling with my child, I need your help, I am there for you, and you find a free link down in the description, and then I can help you to plan your trip. So the next thing you really have to watch out when you travel with kids in Africa is the hotel you're staying in. And this is, apart from the car, one of the things which truly matters. Because there are some hotels, especially on safari, which are truly not safe for kids. Like, they're not even fenced. So imagine animals walking in the camps and your child is there, like dangerous animals, especially at night. So, and then there are some which are like on tree houses, so your child could fall down anytime. So there are some which are specifically for kids, and it's not that easy to find, but they are existing. So I recently went to a hotel in Mombasa, and what was really awesome about that hotel was that they even had an infant corner, which means they prepared food for your child, and you could tell them like, okay, I want this and this, and then they boiled it and did whatever. Like, it was just awesome for a mom. They prepare fresh your food, whatever you want, whichever ingredients they wanted. Additionally, they had like baby cots in the bed, they had a playing ground, child animation. So it truly matters which hotel you choose. So take that also on your list. Of course, another point which is super important is when it comes about your health and the safety of your child, and of course also your own. But when it comes of your child, we get way more anxious, and I only started having a specific medical insurance actually while or after giving birth to Sahi. So what we have, of course, on top of your normal medical insurance, we have on top AMREF Flying Doctor. And no, this is not sponsored, but I think it's just really awesome. The thing is, Masai Mara can be very far, or we go to northern Kenya. There are no good hospitals around, so the best hospitals are in Nairobi. So when it comes to flying and the importance of your child, how fast you can get to the next hospital, you can call AMREF Flying Doctor. They pick you with the helicopter directly from wherever you are in Kenya, even East Africa, and take you to Nairobi to the best hospitals ever. So, and the last tip I want to share you before we actually have the birthday party it's about packing, because always ask me like, Sinja, which special advice do you have when it comes about packing? And the number one thing is, don't stress yourself out and don't overpack. Almost everything you can buy here in Kenya. We have big supermarkets, we have big malls where you can buy all the things. You will not believe it, but especially in Nairobi, or if you land in Mombasa, you can get everything there. But what I would always carry from outside for yourself or for your child is any sun lotion, hygiene articles, anything the child needs to bath and to protect himself against the sun and also against mosquitoes. Like when it comes to packing and to your clothes, it's good to, I know it's sunny and it will be hot, but your child needs of course to wear a cap and also some long clothes for the evenings when it gets dark and the mosquitoes come out, to protect him or her against malaria, and also yourself. So I think these are the only things I would really consider while packing. And then the rest, everything else you would take for your child if you go for a holiday or for a small weekend trip, like his favorite toys and also his favorite snacks, because you might not find the same snacks, the same food he's eating or she's eating here. There might be in a different version or in a cheaper version or in a local way, but if your child only likes one particular thing, then of course you have to carry that. Okay, I think that was it from today. We are going now to celebrate his birthday.